Our next panel is going to speak to us about new space centers, and it consists of Jarek Mika. Jarek, do you have Christoph and Lucas with you as well?
Good morning, good evening, everyone. We are here together with Krzysztof, and I think that yes, there is Łukasz also on the other side.
Excellent. So Jarek Mika, Krzysztof Kakalinski, and Lucas Wilczynski. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. And I would like to ask Łukasz to start our presentation, and then we will go with the PowerPoint presentation.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, because I know that we are around the world. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, and the fellow Mars Society members, I've been in Mars Society since 1997, and the next generation was always one of the most important target groups for all its activities and activities of space sector in general. Because whatever we do today, our activities, we are planning, go to Mars, etc., will be there present. And this is very important because we are right now working on the present day of our kids and our grandkids, etc. So, and this was one of the goals, of course, of European Rover Challenge we organized in Poland since 2014 to invite always the next generation to come, to inspire them, and to teach them. But this is organized only once per year. And the project we would like to talk about today will be absolutely boosting their passion every day. And this is amazing. When I saw this project for the first time, I was shocked because, you know, it was a project that really will have a strong influence of the next generation. It comes from Poland, it comes from Europe, but I hope that this kind of project, this idea will also spread the world, because the idea is not only to have it in Poland in general. So I would like to, with this short introduction, present you a very tremendous project that me and Robert Zubrin are supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present you the Space Science Center. Jarek, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for this kind words, Łukasz. We saw that during the presentation, when someone tries to put some video, there are some difficulties. So what we will do, we'll switch to another way of presenting a movie. So you will see at the background our movie. So now, for now, I will just skip her for a while, and you will be able to see our whole movie.
Nie jeden z nas marzył o gwiezdnych podróżach.
Aktualnie tylko nieliczni mają okazję poczuć emocje towarzyszące eksploracji kosmosu.
Postanowiliśmy stworzyć miejsce, w którym marzenia o podróży w przestrzeń kosmiczną staną się rzeczywistością. Space Science Center to projekt popularno-naukowy z elementami rozrywki,
który zapewni wspaniałą zabawę każdemu odwiedzającemu.
Chcemy nim zainspirować nowe pokolenia naukowców, inżynierów, odkrywców i zdobywców planet.
Nowoczesne technologie, roboty, symulatory lotów, laboratoria zbudowane są na najwyższym światowym poziomie.
Space Science Center goście będą chodzić po Księżycu oraz przebywać w marsjańskiej kolonii. Projekt powstaje w centralnej Polsce. Obecnie trwają prace przygotowawcze i koncepcyjne. Poszukujemy partnerów merytorycznych, biznesowych i sponsorów.
Razem rozbudzimy wyobraźnię małych i dużych.
3, 2, 1.
So thank you very much for watching with us this short movie. Now we will switch to the presentation. That would be much better for. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. As you have seen, this project is quite unique. First of all, I would like to mention that the fundamental of this project is that we would like to run it as a non-profit project. Our main goal, of course, is this educational layer of this project. We put a strong attention to specifically to present difficult educations like science education, math, physics, and so on. We have approached to this with a quite innovative way. We have used the latest technology of the entertainment industry and combined that with a didactic layer. All of that is wrapped around the multi-story game playing, where everyone of the visitors will choose of their role, and they will be able to act as an astronaut, as engineers, as astro engineers, as biologists, and so on and so on. I would dare to say that this project is quite unique, even on a global scale.
Okay, some words about the location. So we have the great location in the center of Europe, I mean, in the heart of Europe. About 500 kilometers from Berlin and 100 kilometers from Warsaw, we plan to build a site for our project. We have the perfect access to the highways from the north to south, from the east to west, and also we have perfect connection with the airports and the trains. So we are sure that this is the great location for our project, for the unique project.
So, as I have mentioned before, everyone will have a different hobbies. I mean, some of us would like to be an engineer, some of us would like to be astropilots, some of us would like to be just an ordinary tourist. Of course, most of us, especially here on this panel, would like to go into space. So what we have designed is that in our facility, everyone would be able to execute their hobbies. So first of all, when you enter our facility, you choose the role that you would like to play. So if you would like to be an astronaut, you choose a role as an astronaut. If you would like to be just an ordinary astro tourist, you choose this kind of a role. Then the system will get you through the whole path. It will be a specifically designed path of the test, exams, and knowledge that you have to acquire in order to become an astronaut or a tourist. So we will teach you the basic of the solar system. We'll get you through the tests and experiments, but they will be given in a really pleasant way. We'll teach you how to move around the International Space Stations. Of course, if you would like to become an astronaut, we'll perform some endurance tests. Once you will go through all those tests and we'll find out that you are ready for a next phase, there will be 3 rockets ready for you to take you into the space. So once we will go up to the space, you will be able to drive on the moon, to visit the planets. We'll have a specifically designed area where you will be able to steer the robots which are currently running on the moon or on the Mars. Even there would be a specifically designed area where you can drive them. We have a really astonishing dark roller coaster. This dark roller coasters will take you close to the black hole. You will experience its incredible attractions. And thanks to our ultra-modern device, you will be able to get very close to the event horizon. Of course, nothing happens to you, but then you will be able to feel it. We'll take you very close to the erupting plasma from the sun, or you will be snaking through the asteroid belt. We have designed more than 10 laboratories in which you will learn to build satellites and conduct experiments. You will learn physics, mathematics, and chemistry in a very, very pleasant way. Finally, when your training is over, we'll embark on an amazing journey through the universe. In our 360 cinema, you will experience a journey with every sense. That is a kind of a summary of the journey in our facility. We'll say goodbye to all the visitors by performing a great concert by the robots. Each participant during this event will receive their certificates and diplomas, which will confirm their trainings. And what is more important, they will get a kind of a guidance, what they should do next, what they should focus on in order to finally, when they grow up, to become an astronaut or engineers and so on. So that would be a kind of a summary of our visit in our facility. Łukasz, back to you.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is tremendous, really. As you can see, this is a huge project that will help actually, as I started, the next generation, because since the beginning of the space program, about 550 people traveled to space. And by that project, we would like to definitely raise that number to what you can see. It's 380,000 people every day. Okay, virtually using a special platform. But this unique place will fortunately help people boost passions and boost interest in space for the next generation. And the next generation, someday, me and Lucinda called Mastronauts. And this is actually, I don't know, Lucinda, if you are watching us, but this is the place where Mastronauts will be raised. So this is a place that will really boost its passions. And of course, you saw many entertainment things inside, not only science, but also entertainment. But for these young kids to learn and have fun, and to have fun and learn, this is something what can actually mean the modern education for them.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and now some main information about the project. The budget which we planned is $42 million. And in this value, we include building infrastructure, equipment, and audiovisual content, of course. We don't forget about the kitchen, for example, and the restaurants, because it's also really important in that type of the project. So we want to build and see the facility in the 22 months. This is obviously longer than the flight to Mars, but in the investment reality, it's a very good result. We plan that from tickets and the products in the Space Science Center will bring good finance results. So I mean, the EBITDA, expected EBITDA is around 38%. After first phase, we are planning extent of our project, and we want to add next phases.
The next one. So here you are. You have met Jarosław and Krzysztof, the co-founders of Space Science Center. Of course, every project has got to have additional support, and by that we joined it together with Robert. We joined the project as project ambassadors to bring the news to the world. Right now, we also have a very strong content support in Poland. So we have Adam from Copernicus Science Center. We have Karol that is one of the, we can call it space funded in Poland, but he's very exceptional person who speaks a lot in media in Poland about space. He's always a host in European Rover Challenge. And we have also Radosław, one of the bloggers in Poland. These people will help us to, to work on the content, to work on every piece of exhibition. But this is only the beginning, as you can see. And by every stage, we'll have more and more people waiting in the line to join us. And of course, if there is anyone from our viewers that would like to join us as well to help us in this amazing project, I think Jarosław and Krzysztof are very open for that as well.
Of course. Thank you, Łukasz. So in every project, we need the strong partners. So also here we have the Mars Society as a partner, the European Space Foundation, and especially thanks to you, Łukasz, for your supporting. And Mars Society for us is a really, really important partner to share the information about our project and also support us with some ideas, some knowledge. In Europe, also we have good partners, business partners. For example, Platish Group is a co-producer of the Witcher series responsible for the content. So as you can see, in Europe also we have good companies about the robots, simulators, immersive tunnels, and I mean about the three companies, for example, it's Kuka Robots, Simurgs, and Simtech. And of course, we are looking, as Łukasz mentioned, we are looking for the new partners. We are really open for the cooperation. So please join us and visit also our website for the more details.
So that would be all what we have prepared for ourselves, for you. So if you have any questions, we are open and happy to answer them. As Krzysztof had mentioned before, we invite you to visit our website. You can see more details about the project. But when you will have any questions, we are happy to answer them.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. Curious as how long you're planning each experience to last. Is this going to be an all-day affair, or is this over multiple days?
Thank you very much. We were thinking about that, how to do that in a proper way, and we choose that we will do that in stages. There will be a 3-hour trip, and once you will enter our facility, you will receive a special device, which will be monitoring your progress, but also will limit your oxygen. The oxygen will be only for 3 hours. So we have planned all those tours for 3 hours. And this is also planned that you cannot adapt so much knowledge in such a short time. So we have planned that and we will invite everyone to come back to deepen their knowledge and deepen their experience in our facility.
So maybe I will add also important information. So in the one moment, we can have 2,000 people in our project. So the capacity of the day is even 8,000 people.
Is it 8,000 per day?
Yes.
And this is
Yeah, actually, the full capacity of our facility would be around 1.5 million people per year. But at the beginning, we are assuming that there would be 1/3 of that visiting. This is kind of a safe assumption, but I would say, on the other hand, quite interesting for the investors in terms of the payback.
Question here on this is this proposed for children or all age groups, and how does the curriculum change between your age and experience?
Yes, we have designed this facility for visitors from 3 years old up to 99 plus. And of course, based on that, as I have mentioned at the beginning, that you will receive a special tool, and based on the data that you will provide, the system will put you through a dedicated path. So if you are a really small child, you won't go through the endurance tests and so on, but you will be able to visit some laboratories, some kids playground and so on. But if you are a little bit older and more mature, you will be put on a different path, and a different experience will be given to you.
Sounds good. Do you have an idea on how much this is expected to cost?
Yes, and I think Krzysztof could answer that question very good.
Yeah, so the budget, our capex is $42 million, more or less, because this is the roughly calculation. Of course, when we started, we can check and to verify everything, but in our assumption is $42 million.
But, and I can add that perhaps that would be also interesting for the visitors. We are expecting to have the ticket per person, per adult person, below $20. So that could be quite affordable for the families.
Is this designed to go through as a family, or is it individual tracks
No,
based on?
that is individual per adult person for $20, and for the kids it's half of the price. So I would say that you can go with the four people family under the $50 yeah, around.
Great. And how far into development are you? Do you have an expected launch date or a proposed one?
Not yet. That is too early. We have acquired the land. We have secured something like $2 million already for this investment. But still, as you can see from the budget, it's still far to go. So once we'll secure at least 30% of this investment, we'll set up the date. At the beginning, we know that all the design phase and building phase will take us something like 22 months. But not yet. We have not set a starting date.
Gotcha. Do you have any plans for how to update the training courses that you're planning on as as data and science changes?
Yes, this is why we are mainly at this conference. We would like to join. We'd like to ask all the people from the science world to join this project and to be on the current version. We know that it will be a live project. As you know, the sequence of the conquering the space most probably in a couple of years will be that first we'll land on Moon, but then we'll go to the Mars, and that would be as well in our facility. The first stage will take us to the Moon. But we are already having plans the second phase and third phase, and the second phase will be conquering the Mars. So as it will develop in the real world, we would like to also adapt our facility according to that. And of course, our trainings and educational path would have to follow that.
Gotcha, that makes sense. So are these going to be separate sections of the location, or is it going to be all inclusive? How does that work?
Yeah, we have secured 20-hectare plot in Poland. Actually, the first phase will just consume 3 hectares. So we'll have still 70 hectares space free for next phases. So we are quite on a secure basis for further development. And we are planning to add additional buildings on the next phases.
Makes sense. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm not seeing any more questions pop up. Do you guys have any closing statements or anything else to add?
Yeah, I will just I will just give a few words, and then I will ask Łukasz to wrap up our meeting. So first of all, I would like to say thank you for the Mars Society for this opportunity to speak to you, to present our project. Honestly speaking, that is the first time we came out public. We are working on this project already 1.5 years to prepare everything, to design everything. And finally, we take a decision that we are ready to go out. So once again, thank you for the time. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for all those questions. And back to you, Łukasz.
Thank you, Radek. As you can see, thank you for all the good questions. I know that we could talk about the project for more like one panel, but this is really a long talk. It will be a long talk, but generally, as you can see, it's very deep, connected with Mars Society already. It's got me from Poland. It's got Robert already on board. So as you probably see, and it's live. It's live. This project is live. So as one of the questions was about, updating the thing, it will be actually the paradise for all the Mars educators, because if you have any idea and you would like to realize this idea to come in true, then I think the Space Science Center is the place that this idea will be materialized. Of course, Jarek didn't mention one thing regarding one of the partners, the Platish Image. It's not only will be connected with visual content. This is the company responsible for the whole animations you could see, for example, for Rosetta, for ESA, also working for NASA. So the same type of animations, the same quality that are using by the space agency will be used here as well. So this will be very high quality of attraction, the very good immersion. So I would not like to prolong this my speech, because I love this project and I would love to talk about this 1 more hour. But generally, visit the website. If you have any ideas, just mail to us, and we will work with you on this project, because this project is not only a space center, it's surrounded by non-profit project, and will be open to any of us from Mars Society to give our knowledge, to give our ideas to this. And maybe it's not only one space center that will be built, but this is something we are living right now.
Thank you very much, Lucas, and thank you all for listening to us.
Okay, great. Thank you. And we had a question also that you just answered about how we can support you. And I think going to the website is the perfect way to do that. So we'll make sure and do that. And once again, thank you for your time in the presentation.
I have a quick question. I just thought of it. Sorry.
Yes.
This is David. Who do you class as your competitors as far as attracting families to come to your center?
Sorry, you said who are our competitors, yes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I would say that is actually a very good question, because this type of industry in Poland is on a quite a boosting stage. We have not so many this kind of facilities in Poland. They are just opening right now, and each year the number of visitors are progressing with 2 digits percentage. So in something like between 10 and 30%. So in a sense, we have a competition, because we have a science center, very good one in Poland, which is a Copernicus Science Center. But on the other hand, it is quite different, because we are providing this knowledge in a little bit different way, with lots of entertainment. So on the other hand, we have entertainment facilities in Poland, which are attracting something like 1.5 million people per year. But on the other hand, those entertainment facilities are not providing the science. So we managed to combine those 2 things to provide entertainment and education at the same time. So in fact, the direct competitors we do not have with this type of a project. But you can find some parallel attractions in Copernicus Science or another facilities, entertainment facilities.
And then a follow-up question, topical. Have you started to consider the problems involved with the post-COVID period?
Yes, of course. That was actually at the beginning of the COVID. We already saw that could be an issue for our project. So we have already in our plans a kind of a contingency plan. What will happen if the COVID will develop even more further than it is now? And to answer your question, yes, we do have a backup plan. We have how to approach that. And still maintain the visitors which will be visiting our facility, and implementing the really high standards of hygienic, And also we have a backup plan in terms of if we will be completely shut down by the, I don't know, government officials. We also can run our facilities still and provide this type of entertainment. Of course, a little bit different than visiting by person, but still, you can enjoy our facility.
Well, this is a joke, by the way. You have the ultimate COVID protection. You can put each guest in a spacesuit.
Yes, that was one of the ideas, but of course, take into account the hygienic about that would be quite difficult to put into the suits so many thousands of people per day. But yes, that is an idea worth to think about.
Yeah, it was a not very funny joke. So
Yeah, I know.
thank you.
Thank you very much. So if there are no other questions, would like to say once again, thank you for everyone, and have a good evening in America, and have a good day in Europe.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Have a good
Thank you.
day.
Thank you, guys.